Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to double your coins no matter what balance you have, and we will make you a ton. So if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe. We're giving away 5 copies of the AFC when we hit 14k. We're about 850 subs away, so it was 900. We've actually picked up quite a few recently, so all you got to do is subscribe, send me proof over on Instagram, and you will be entered in. And of course, if you want coins in a quicker way, well, so if you guys are sick of losing at FIFA because your team isn't good enough or you're not good enough at the game, then right now you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you, you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below. Make sure to click the link in the description, and let's get into it. Now, if you don't have many coins, obviously you are on the right channel, but you might not be on the right video. Now, of course, if you have anything from 20k and upwards, you're going to be good for this video. If you have 50k, you're going to find this a lot easier, but 20k is the entry level. Now, 50k just means you'll be able to do the methods for a little bit longer and a bit more thoroughly. So if you do need to make something from 0 to 20, all you got to do is do some squad battles, div rivals, maybe some bronze pack method, and check out yesterday's video if you are struggling, because it will get you through the steps. So today we're going to be looking at all the special cards that I think are good to trade with. Now, first of all, we're going to have to start at the bottom. You've got team of the week and you've got silver team of the week. So right here, silver's really, really simple. I say this all the time. You guys have probably heard me say it a lot. You can make a ton off of these. The good thing about them is they're not very watched on the market. So they're pretty steady in terms of what they'll sell for. So I would say right now, 22 is a pretty good shot for selling any of these silvers here. I mean, you can see there's not many underneath that. Now, 22 means EA tax is going to be 1,100 coins, which means this one here actually, is that a good profit? If we sell it at 22,500, okay, so it's a little bit more. I know some of you are going to think, right, okay, well, he's just gone up what he said. Realistically, they're going to sell very easily at 22k. You saw there was a few there. They weren't on much time left, and there's not many cards. But because realistically, we can actually get a sale out of them at 23. It may take up to an extra listing or something like that, but it's worth it for the profit. Because I'm on the mark there, we would have only made about 150 coins, which isn't good when you're above 20k. So we're going to just list it for a bit more, 22,500. I reckon by the end of the video, it's probably sold on. But regularly, if you were going to do this and you did want to snipe it, as you can see, we've not got much under 21 there. You just want to go down to, realistically, I mean, 20k is 900 coin profit, so that would be perfectly fine. If you think you're happy to get a little bit less, if you go there, you're looking at a 400 coin profit. I think, yeah, 400, yeah, exactly, that's the one. So that would be good as well. 20k there. Waters came up straight away. You know, you see there isn't much to it with these filters. They are really easy to grasp, and you're always going to make coins. I'm going to list that one for 22,500 as well. What I will say is silvers go up quite a lot, and I would be surprised if they don't sell for more, but we just want to get it moved on quickly. Of course, next on the list, gold team of the week. This one, pretty simple. You can go league by league. That's probably the easiest way to do it, or position by position. So if we go Premier League, first of all, if we go to 11k, there shouldn't be too much there. You've got 11,250, you've got a bill in there, and at 10,750, that one would have been a good snipe. I believe these should be around 12k. If we have a look here, because he's in the team of the week right now, he's a little bit more overpopulated. As you can see, 11,750, there isn't a lot. That Watkins, though, I would actually say is probably a solid investment, because over the next weeks, we are going to need some informs, definitely in these team of the season SBCs. But what I would say for this one, sell them on for 12k. EA tax on that is going to be 600 coins. So if you go for 11, you're actually going to be making 400, which is decent, which means the 10,750 we missed at the start would have been about a rough 700 coin profit, which would have been quite good. Now, of course, you can do things like adding the nations to this. Obviously, in the Premier League, a lot of the Brazilians are higher rated, so you do have a bit of a bigger filter there, where we've got Emerson Royale, we've got Martinelli, you've got Jesus. You have a ton of filters on this one. And of course, they're not just one league functional. You can take yourself over to another league. And of course, they're not one league functional. You can take yourself over to another league, probably put the same nation in. Here, once again, you've got a filter there, obviously. Probably not going to get Neymar as much, but Dante and Henrique. So you can see how easy it is to figure out a filter. I mean, if we go for French in that league, because it's the Ligue 1, it's going to have a good few as well. Lacazette, Cavalier, we've got Honorat. You've got a ton there as well. Once again, easily found filter. And up next, we've got these bad boys. They're a little bit hit and miss. You have to really go league by league. Unfortunately, with the Prem on the bottom end at 15,000 coins, you got Solomon here. Unfortunately, his minimum is 15k, so you can't really make many coins off him. He literally literally goes for I think 15,500 most of the time. But if you take this off, have a look at what you can break down. As you can see, we've got some Brazilian there, we've got United. United isn't a bad shout, to be honest, but Fred does bring that down a little bit. However, we can do United or Brazilian. Both of them will work individually, but United you have 3, so you've got a very good chance of them. So if we pop this on, we'll go up to, I think it's probably about 20k now. Is that about right? Maybe more. If he is more, that's good, because it's closer to Fernandez's and Casemiro's price. You're looking at 24 there, I think. Is that right? 24. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I feel like he might sell for more. So Footbin's telling me 23, which isn't far off what those cards are coming up for. So we'll pop the max price in. Some of you may not know, if you go on the market, sometimes it won't show you all the cards available. So you do have to be a bit more thorough. With this one here, you can see there's not many coming up under the kind of mark that he's really apparently selling at. So 23k. I mean, he's realistically been sat at around 23 for the last week. So that is about what he'll go for. There's obviously not many on the market right now, but if we pop it down to 23,500, as you can see, the market's a little bit up at the minute, so we can probably get a little bit more out of him. We'll go for a 25 sale there, but you can see with this one, it's easy to break down a filter from each kind of quality or special, and as you've seen, we found quite a few quite simply. Now obviously I did know these before, but it's easy to go on each special and just go through the promos, go through the nations, go through the leagues, and you will find things. This one here, a little bit more of a spenny one. We've got Upamecano, and you've got also Saliba if you go centre back. So that's actually probably the better way to do this filter. I was just gonna raw dog French. That sounds mad, but yeah, we were just gonna do French, but then obviously I said sounds mad as if it wasn't a mad sentence. But obviously here we've got these ones, and I think Saliba's a little bit more expensive. I mean, if we go, I don't want to rely on Footbin too much today, but it is a saving grace sometimes. 430 for Saliba, so he is a lot more, but his price range goes down to 65k, which means in theory we can cop him on this one as well. Obviously I'm aware it's not very likely, but you've got the chance, and you know, these two, both of them are really easy to make some coins off. You've got 190 for the point you want to really sell this guy. 190, so EA tax on that, 10% would be 19k, so you're half that, it's basically 9.5. So if you go to here, that's 500 coin profit. So I would say we probably want to go to 175, and that's actually not a bad price. When we saw 190, I thought we'd end up having to go for 170, but to get 5k profit out of it here, obviously that's the minimum. You know, I think there's a fairly good chance, especially at the higher end of things, that you're more likely to not get your minimum. You're more likely to get a much better profit there, but it's a minimum for a reason. You get a worst case scenario. If I can only make 5k, I've still made 5k. If I get one up that's going to make me 50k, that's brilliant. But the whole idea of the trading for FIFA is hit or miss. You're going to hopefully get a hit, but you do have to spend some time in it. Sometimes you will need to. Obviously there's bots and things like that about, and we've done some videos on them before, but if you are just organically doing it yourself, don't want to spend money on FIFA, this is the only way to go. Now obviously we can do compare price here. I'm doing this, I'm not a bad time, it's kind of like 7:45, so the market's not amazing. It's probably better at 6, but it's definitely not bad. But this is a really high rated card. You'd only need 10-20 of these an hour, whereas on other methods you need a lot more. Now that one there obviously would be our 500 coin profit, so it's you know, there's a profit available. You can see that profit can be done, and that one's gone instantly, so you can see there's a demand for this card, which means hopefully that means someone being listed. That is a good thing as well, and you've just got to stick at it. Now if you do want to look at the more outrageous side of things, another filter is Messi, Mbappe and Neymar all under one roof. You got PSG forward. Now I know some people will think this isn't that good of a filter. I've had people have mixed reviews on it. It is genuinely a lot better now, especially being that Messi and Neymar are basically like for like in price. Obviously Mbappe is still in his own little world there in the pricing scheme, but you have these guys a lot closer. You've got an opportunity to get a lot more profit out of this one now. So you can see here at 50k, we've got a couple there. I would say 50k is probably, I mean, there's only one page, so that's an easy sell on. I'd say 52 is probably where we're going to start seeing less pages. Let's have a look. Okay, 52, that actually doesn't sound like a bad point to sell. So 52, EA tax, obviously 5.2, 10%, and then half that, so it'd be 2,600. So we go down by 2k, then we'd want the extra 600. So there, we're making 400 coins. There, we're making 1.4k. You can go down further, so if you go down there, it's about 2k. I'm going to go with 1.4k as the minimum, just to get this video done a little bit quicker. I do want to get a solid tonight. Hopefully we get better, but we want to give a chance. Maybe a Messi comes up, and that would be, you know, if the Messi came up at 48, but I'd have gone to 47.5, I'd be more gutted about that. So hopefully we get a good one. Oh, we've been absolutely done out of a 45. Now, there are some teams that are simply just better for things like this. So with Man City, you have so many star players. They have so many specials. You can do forward Man City, and then you got yourself Foden and you got Mahrez. Now, you do have some of the cheaper Haaland cards. I believe his 89 goes that low. Obviously, you can see at 135 there. So you can maybe snag one of those, but you're going to more be looking at the likes of Grealish here, Foden, Mahrez. You have a nice selection there. If you have less coins, you take yourself over to the centre-back version of that. And obviously, ignoring Ruben Diaz, we've got Laporte, we've got Stones, we've got Akanji. You can obviously do it as defenders as well. That brings in a Kyle Walker card and a Cancelo, but I'll be honest, I don't think you're going to be seeing this at these prices. I'm still debating buying this card because it is just, it's got to be one of the best in the game, hasn't it? It just has to be. Now, don't forget about heroes. They are some of the best things to be going on. Every league has a star. So first of all, Premier League, you've got foot heroes. Just the base of it is really easy. You can get Keane and Yaya Toure in one filter. Get it? But in the regular and the World Cup heroes for Prem, midfielder is a good one. Midfielder on this section, really, really easy to always talk about. I love that as a filter. Obviously, you guys know, Trophy Titans icon, very low end of things. We do have ourselves an Owen card, a Xavi card, a Del Piero card. All of these are about 50k. You've also got yourself a Torres as well. But I do prefer trading with heroes. I don't know why I prefer it. I've just always found it better. I've always found better cards. Fantasy foot heroes, I love them. It disappoints me. The ones that I want, I unfortunately didn't ever get, but it disappoints me. But you have some crackers in here. So you've got Kuhl, you've got Marquez, you've got, I mean, he's a bit further up. Park Ji-sung there as well. Obviously, when you break it down into slightly different things, so you can go Prem. That's going to put Ledley King at the bottom. So you've got that one there, 249, 250. I think the Serie A is probably quite a big one. You've got Di Natale and Cordoba. Now, actually, they're not that far apart in value. I know that it sounds nuts to say that 1.2? 1.2? Yeah, well, 1.3. I mean, okay, it's double, but you could still do a filter. So that is it for me today, guys. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe to get the chance of that giveaway. Of course, we're going to have unlimited packs over the next few days to TOTS to help you guys pack who you need to pack. Of course, more coin videos coming up and some squad builders and maybe even some squad builder challenges. I'll see you guys tomorrow.